Greetings, amazing traders. I am Anya Somodabuchi, and I'm going to be your coach for today. So get your writing materials ready. Upon finishing this video, you would know the answers to the following question: what is Tradingview? And you will have a better understanding of how to use Tradingview effectively for the purpose of your trading activities. Remember, I am a student always. Do not compare yourself with anyone else's progress. Always keep a winning mind frame and you will do well in this business. So get your writing material ready. Let's go. So when you go to Tradingview, when you log on to the site of Tradingview, which is www.tradingview.com, and then before you go ahead to really ask me what is Tradingview, I've done a video of Tradingview. All right, so go back to the videos and you're going to see where I talked about Tradingview. But this video explains how you're going to use Tradingview effectively for the purpose of your trading, because every trader needs to understand how to use Tradingview. It will really go a long way. So when you go to the site of Tradingview, which is www.tradingview.com, this is the surface that you're going to see, this interface right now. All right, so I'm going to explain everything. Now when you go to product talks about all the things that Tradingview features, everything the future. All right, so Tradingview is a place where traders carry out trading analysis to determine which direction a particular asset or a particular currency pair is going to go. Is it going to be an uptrend? Is it going to be a downtrend? Is it going to be a consolidation? So this is actually a place where all traders comes to carry out their trading analysis. Then the next one here is community. All right, so when you go and click on power of community, you're going to see that Tradingview has made it very possible where you can trade alongside with other traders by communicating with those traders using various means. Here you will use here you're going to publish and see the trade ideas of other traders, community scripts. You can even chat with other traders all over the world in Tradingview. All right, so these are the things you're going to see in the community. Okay, you can see that Facebook has about 5,300 publications every day. All right, and over 221 publications is done every hour in Facebook, and 4 publications every minute. So it's actually a place for traders and investors. Here you come, you learn a whole lot. Okay, then when we go to the next one, which is markets. Okay, here Tradingview projects all the markets of every country, currency, or stock or crypto activities. All right, they show you everything in the world. Now when you go to news talks about every information or fundamentals that you would need in the trading environment. All right, so they cover all of these activities. It all depends on which is best for you. You can actually go and get the information you want. Then you can see this is also a place where Tradingview projects the trade ideas of indices, stocks, cryptos, futures, and Forex. All right, government bonds, corporate bonds, exchange traded funds. That is the meaning of this ETF. So all of these are markets, different markets that TradingView projects. And by the way, TradingView projects virtually all the markets in the world. As long as those are tradable assets, it must be on TradingView. All right. Then the next folder you're seeing here titled Brokers is actually where you can have access to registered brokers all over the world. Okay, and you can start from best rated brokers, most reviews, most users. When you click on them, TradingView can give you all the information you need. Then the next thing you're seeing here is all brokers. Do you need a crypto broker? TradingView can give you the best crypto broker. All right, and the best rated for now is Whitebit, followed by Binance. All right, if you need a Forex broker, TradingView got you covered. If you need a CFD broker, which is contract for difference, TradingView got you covered. All right, so this is where you can have access to registered brokers all over the world. When you click on all brokers, you can have access to them. All right, so all these are brokerage companies that gives you access to the trading environment. Okay, so through TradingView you can connect to all these brokers. All right, so any broker you see listed here are verified and globally registered. Okay, but always make your due diligence before you choose a broker. Then when you look at this product, these are the main features that TradingView offers. All right, so we're going to come back to this product. Let me explain this more. Now when you go to more, this is their help center. This is where you can download TradingView either in your laptop or in your phone. Okay, so and so on and so forth. All this, if you want them, I've explained them to you. Okay, so you can feel free to navigate to any of these folders to get the things you want. So now the most important thing here for traders is the super charts. This is one of the best features that TradingView has offered. So let's go and click on the super chart. When you click on the super chart, it opens you up to the charting environment. Okay, it opens you up. Sorry, these are the stocks that I had already analyzed before. Now I trade stocks differently. The strategies that I use to trade stocks, they are different from the ones I use for currency. So I'm going to be wiping everything out. They just talk about TradingView. All right, so this is the environment you're going to see when you open your TradingView. Okay, you can go as far as deleting some things that you don't want and just leave your chart like this. Okay, now anytime you want to search for a currency pair, or be it currency or be it crypto, just go ahead and type on your keyboard, or you click, like I want to go to Euro USD, just type on your keyboard, on your laptop keyboard, Euro USD. All right, it's going to open. Or you can still come here. If you follow my cursor, this place that you're seeing the name Euro USD, you click there. All right, and you can search for any currency pair you want. Let's go for GBP USD. GBP USD here. Now you can see that these are the various brokers that are offering this pair. So if I want to look at IC markets GBP USD, I can just go ahead and click. Do you understand? So it opens up like this. Okay, now the next thing you're seeing here is your time frame zone. When you click on this arrow down, you are going to see different time frames. All right, that represents different trading history, but all are the same. For instance, when you click on 1 hour time frame, okay, it simply means that every one of these candles opened and closed with within the time frame of 1 hour. What do I mean? This candle you're seeing here opened and closed in 1 hour. The next candle opened and closed in 1 hour. The next candle, if you can even see the time frame, look at the timing here. All right, you can see the time. So each of these candle carries both the date it opened, the time it opened, and the time it closed. All right, so this, every candle here represents 1 hour, whether big, small, or tiny, no matter how the candles are. All right, no matter the shape of the candle, they open and close within 1 hour. Even if you go to 1 minute time frame, it simply means that each and every one of these candles opened and closed within the time frame of 1 minute. All right, same thing with 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, down to the very last. Do you understand? So when you say 1 day, it means each of these candles represents 1 day, which is it opened and closed within 24 hours. When you say week, when you click on weekly time frame, it means that each and every one of these candles opened and closed within 5 trading days. Remember, the trading market operates, the Forex market operates 5 days a week, but the crypto market operates every day. Do you understand it now? Yeah. So it means each of these candles, whether blue, whether green or red, it represents 5 days, 5 trading days. All right. So in one of these candles now, for instance, let me highlight this candle. This particular bearish candle, for instance, what this means is that this candle had, it opened and closed within 5 days. That means when you go down to the daily time frame, this candle has just 5 candles inside, which is 1, 2, 3. You can look at it here. You can see Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. Just look at the time. Just look down here. All right. Just look down there. You're going to see the time that that these candles represent. This is Friday, this is Thursday, this is Wednesday, this is Tuesday, and this is Monday. All right, so these whole 5 candles here you're seeing here is 1 candle in the weekly time frame. Do you understand? Then when you now go to 4 hours, it means that all these places that I highlighted, all of these candles, okay, were represented 5 days. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's very simple. Now, in 24 hours, we have 4 hours candle. It means that each of these candles opened and closed within 4 hours. So for you to have a candle that represents 1 day, it means you're going to add, this is, let me start from here. This is actually Sunday when the market opened. Market opened on Sunday night, all right, by 10 p.m. So when you say this is Monday, this is the candle that opened. Now when you say 1, 2, 3, that is one of these candles is 4 hours. The next candle is 4 hours, that is 8 hours. This other candle here is 4 hours, that is 12 hours. This other candle here is 4 hours, that is 16 hours. This other candle here is 4 hours, that is 20 hours, and this candle here is 4 hours, making it a full day. Do you understand? That is to say, these 6 candles represent 24 hours, meaning that it represented 1 day. And the next candle here is Tuesday. Are you seeing it? The next candle here is Tuesday. So when you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this whole candle represented Tuesday. All right. So that is just how it is. 6 candles on the 4 hours represent 1 day, but 1 candle on the daily time frame, or 1 candle on the daily time frame represents 1 day. And inside that candle, I just want you to understand this time frame thing to see how they correlate, how the higher time frame controls the lower time frame. So from this, there was a downtrend in the daily time frame for the 5 days, for the 5 trading days that represent the daily time frame. You notice that the market was all bearish. All right, so you can see a better history here on the 4 hours. You saw how all of these were bearish. It was all a downtrend on the 4 hours because price was going down. Are you seeing it? So this whole move, this whole activities was what happened in the whole week. All right, remember that I highlighted this candle from the weekly time frame. I highlighted everything here from the weekly, and I'm trying to show you how just 1 candle in the week is printing all this history in other lower time frame candles. You need to understand this because it will really help you. Now when you go to, let me just navigate to 1 hour. All these things is the same thing. When you go to 1 hour, you are going to see that we have a much trend. You see that So it means that each of these candles represents 1 hour, and 24 candles here is what represents 1 day. Do you understand it now? So let me expand this chart. Sorry, let me expand it. All right. It means 24 hours. So when you count from Monday, just look at my time, follow my time. Look at Monday. When you count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Isn't it? The next candle here is Tuesday. Isn't it? So these 24 candles put together is what happened on a Monday. Do you understand everything here? So even when you go down to a much lower time frame, like the 30 minutes time frame, all right, it also does the same thing. You see that in 30 minutes time we have much more candle also representing. So all I'm trying to make you understand is this. Okay, the higher time frame controls the lower time frame. You could see that from this whole place, the whole market was still going down, but here we have more of buying and selling activities happening as the market is coming down. So that is the power. So when you hear traders say analyze from the higher time frame down to the lower time frame, it simply means that you need to understand the trend from a higher time frame, so that you can be able, for instance, now by looking at the weekly time frame, I'll be able to know that there's going to be a selling activities throughout the week. So all I need to do is to look for selling opportunities to sell the market. Do you understand? So right now, this is not to teach about strategy. This is just making you understand Tradingview, so that you will know that, okay, that for 1 hour candle, we have two 30 minutes candle that represent 1 hour candle. All right. For instance, let's just say two of these candle now, this candle that I'm pointing at and this candle I'm pointing at represent 1 hour on the 30 minutes time frame. When you go to 15 minutes time frame, two candles represent 30 minutes on the 15 minutes time frame. You do understand? When you go to 5 minutes time frame, three candles represent 15 minutes time frame. Just like that, down to 1 minute. 60 seconds makes 1 minute, and then 60 minutes makes 1 hour. So if you go to 1 minute time frame, it means 60 of these candles represent 1 hour, because they open and close within the time frame you are analyzing from. So I have been able to explain this time frame thing. So if you don't understand, it's fine. You need to also go back to the video again, this particular video, and watch it again. That way you will understand what I'm talking about. Is that clear? Then the next thing you're seeing here is the candle. If you check my previous videos, I talked about candlesticks. These are different chart patterns or candlesticks, or these are different charts, not candlesticks. Candlesticks is just one of the charts. These are different charts in Tradingview. We have the bar chart. You see that? I just activated the bar chart now. Every of these things have turned to a bar. Then we have the candlestick chart, which is common, the one that is common to everyone. We have the hollow candles. You see that the candle have changed, and then we have the volume candles. This would need premium subscription before you can be able to activate that if you want it. We have the line bar. These are different chart systems. It all depends on what you want. If you feel like the line makes you to if you feel like the line chart makes you to see support clearly and resistance clearly, most traders use it so that they can be able to know the exact place they have a support, they have a resistance. You have a resistance here, you have a support. So it really helps them to understand support and resistance. But when you get advanced with your charting analysis, it becomes a little more easier to do. Okay, that is just that. All of these candles down to volume, down to high-low volume print. So the one that is commonly used by traders is the Japanese candlestick, which is this one here. Then the next one you're going to be seeing is your indicator. All right, indicators are some of the applications that is already installed in the trading in Tradingview that helps you to analyze the market. For instance, let me use one of the common indicators known as MACD. All right. I remember when I started my trading. Okay. So MACD simply means moving average convergence divergence. All right. So when you activate it, you can see that my chart, I now have the indicator here. Now, just like the name implies, indicator, it helps you to indicate when the market is on a downtrend, overbought and oversold level. When the two lines are below the histogram, all right, and then you notice that the blue line has crossed the red line, it means that there's going to be a bullish move in the chart. So I don't advise any trader, any serious trader, to use indicators, but if it will help you, I think you should get training on how to use these indicators, because I don't advise any serious trader to use indicators for their trading, honestly speaking. And this is the truth. We all started from all these indicators because some of the mentors we got exposed to didn't even know much about trading, so they had to just look for a way to bring us to this indicator, so we have to just look for a way, to buy and sell at the crosses. So if it is crossing from below, is a buy. If it is crossing from above, is a sell. You can see now that if you had entered for a sell, the market didn't actually start selling immediately. So it's just that, indicators, for me, they work, but they don't always work, except you are that trader that is more or less like an investor. We have two types of traders. We have those positional traders, people who would just take a trade and allow it for for a higher period of time, like monthly, weekly, or even yearly. This can help, but I don't advise traders. If you want to really get serious in this industry, please avoid indicators. Learn how to analyze from the chart alone. That's what we call naked Forex. Learn how to analyze the market without the use of any indicator. But I'm not saying that the indicators don't work. They work, but not always. Then for me, I feel like indicators makes traders lazy, So that's just my opinion, actually. I still stand corrected. Then we have other indicators like the moving average. I know you must have heard about the moving average. Okay, we have the moving average and all of those. All these are different indicators. This is the moving average exponential. When I activate it, you're going to see a line. Are you seeing this line? So sometimes I could remember some of the strategies we used to trade. When you see a strong bullish candle close above the moving average, you can take a buy. And when you see a strong bearish candle close below the moving average, you can take a sell. So most times when the candles are printing on top of the moving average, it represents an uptrend. And when they are printing below the moving average, it represents a downtrend. So, and sometimes you can have the moving average crosses as a strategy. And that's not the topic for today. So all of these things was what I learned when I started trading. All right, I learned some of these things from my Forex mentors, and like I said, they work and sometimes they don't work. The moving average is only effective when you are a scalper, but I don't advise anybody doing that. Okay, we used to have the moving average crosses, which is the 50 EMA crossing the 20, or the 50 crossing the 200 moving average. That is the 50 EMA, which is 50 exponential moving average crossing the 50 moving average, or 50 exponential moving average crossing the 200 moving average. When they cross, whichever direction it crosses to, that is a trend of the market. A lot of traders has come up with, and some of the advanced traders we used to have those days, some of our fathers who are still trading, these are some of the tools that they use to help them know the direction of markets without stressing their head. But for me, as a trader, I wouldn't advise you to start this way. Honestly speaking, please don't do it, because sometimes the moving average can be lagging. One of the major challenge of indicators is that they lag. They don't actually tell you the direction of price before price starts going in that direction. No, because of their lagging nature, they always lag. You understand? What I mean by lag is that it happens first in the market, in the chart, before it starts to print in the indicators. So most persons are very patient enough to use it, and it works for them. But my own opinion, I don't advise you to do that. So the next thing here is alert. You want to set an alert in your chart so that your laptop or your phone will ring just to inform you that your analysis is ready or your setup is ready. You can use an alert. Then this is also a replay for those of you who wants to back test. That's what we call back testing in trading. Back testing simply means going back to history to understudy, in order for you to understand, understand, and and overstand everything that has to do with the trading environment. For instance, if I want to really study what GBP USD has been doing since January 2025, all right, I can actually come here to study. So this is what we call backtesting. So backtesting actually helps us to study our strategy, to know how effective they are with what is happening. Then we also have what we call front testing. This is where you start to test your strategy with either the current market, or you can use this replay, okay, to replay this market, and they will begin to play as though it is live. That is how you can front test your strategy. It helps to build confidence, to be able to know how effective your strategies, your trading strategies are. Do you understand that? Okay, so these are just the arrows that controls the do and the undo. For instance, let's say I decide to do something like this on my chart, I can use this arrow to undo it. Okay, yeah, I can even use this arrow to bring it back if I want. So that is just the work of this arrow here. Then here is your layout setup. If you want to have, for those persons who have premium account on Tradingview, you can decide to use different layouts. If you want to monitor 2 charts, you can use this, or whichever format you want. If you want to monitor 4 charts at a time, meaning you want to monitor GBP USD, you want to monitor USD JPY, you want to monitor at the same time on the same screen, you can use any of the layouts you want, but you must subscribe your Tradingview for you to have access to all these layouts. That is if you have a bigger screen to monitor these things. But whereby you are just somebody like me who just watch one pair at a time, you can just use just the normal layout here. Then here you see unsaved is where you can come and save your layout if you want, all right, and all of those things. You can make a copy, you can rename, and just like that. Then we have the next one here, which is a quick search if you want to search for anything on Tradingview. Then we have the settings icon. Here gives you access to settings. If you want to change the colors of these candles, you go to symbol. You can change the colors of the candle. If you don't want the body, you can uncheck. You can uncheck everything here, and everything will disappear. If you want only body, you can. If you want body borders, if you want body weak, do you understand it now? So that is just that. You can also change the colors. All right, I can decide to change this color to black. Let me just maximize so you see that's how the colors are changing. Okay, I can change the color to any one that I want. All right, I can just change the color to that. So I can still come back and put the color back to green. So that is just what this does. The next one is status line. If you want to have your logos and titles, you can see that everything is changing from here. If I want to put the title, I can put the title. The title means every currency pair. Tells me the full names of every currency pair and their logo. Okay, then this other one here is scale. You don't really need anything to do here. Okay, then this one is canvas. If I want to change my background to black, I can change the entire background to black. If I want to also maintain my white, I can do that. Then this vertical and horizontal means there are vertical and horizontal lines. In case you want to make them visible, you can make them visible. You see that? And I have a vertical line, and this also is for horizontal line. I can make them visible if I want, but if I don't want, I can still hide them or maintain the same color background so that they will all disappear. Okay, so this crosshair, you can see my cursor. I can still change the color of this crosshair. You can see that my crosshair has maximized. I can still reduce my crosshair if I want. Are you seeing that? I can even change the color to red. You see that I now have a red crosshair, so that is just what it is. I like to use dark blue for my crosshair, so Then watermark is if you want to write something on the background of your trading view, you can actually use this watermark. Okay. Then text, if you want to have maximize text, you can see everything here. Everything written on TradingView has increased. Everything that is written as text has increased. For me, I like it to the lowest. Yeah, so that is just that. Then this line, let me maximize. You can see that there is a line that just appeared here now. I can change the colors if I want. You can see that. I can even bring it back to red if I want. Look at it. From this place, you have the currency numbers. You can see how my line is changing. So for me, I like blue. Okay, so that is just that. That's just that. All right. So this is just to arrange your trading view if you want it. If you want, but this is the best way to project your trading. This is the right numbers, the right format for your trading view background. Okay. Then we have trading. All these ones you don't actually need anything here, except if you have need for anything here, you can come here and do it. All right. So we have alerts where you want to set an alert in case if you don't want to use the icon alert that I showed you earlier. You can come here and do that, and set your alert volume how you want it and all of that. Then when you go to event, okay, these are just events. If you want your news to display, if you want to really get notification for news on your trading view, you can check this news, latest news. If you don't want, you can uncheck all of these things. Okay. And then this trading session is actually, you can see there is a vertical line that just got printed. Let me just make it visible. You can see that there is a vertical blue line that just got printed. When you use session simply means the sessions when market opens, okay, and it closes. So from this vertical line to the next vertical line is 24 hours. So most traders use it to just know what happened each day in the Forex market. All right, so I don't need it. But if you feel like it will help you to track data, that's fine. So this is just everything that has to do with the trading view settings. All right. And then when you also right click, you can also navigate the setting. That is the lowest folder on your chart. When you right click, okay, you can still go back to the settings environment if you don't want to use this place to go to your settings. So here you can also reset your chart if you want, or you can come down. You will see this arrow when you navigate or bring your cursor down. You're going to see this arrow here. This arrow simply means to reset your chart. For instance, let me say I did something like this. I minimize my chart. I can just click reset and bring it back. Do you understand? Or if I maximize my chart, I can click on reset and bring it back. Then this arrow here is the arrow where you can use to go forward on your chart. You can see that. Or you can also use it to go backward on your charts. That is if you don't want to use your cursor to drag forward or backward. I'm using my mouse to drag forward and backward. But if you don't want to use the mouse, you can still use this icon here to drag forward or backward with multiple clicks, or you click and hold. Then if you look at this line here, this place, you can see when you click and hold, you can minimize, you can maximize, you can minimize, you can maximize. Then when you click on the background of your chart and hold, you can push forward, you can bring backward, you can push forward, you can bring backward. Is that clear? So that is just that. Then this other place is the full screen mode. If you want a full screen mode, you can activate a full screen mode. Then this other one is to take a snapshot. Let's just assume that you have analyzed your market and you want to share your ideas with other traders, either on your WhatsApp or your Telegram or the TradingView and social media. You can actually come here, download this. When you click on download, it will download this image for you into your system. When you click on copy, it copies the same image where you can paste it, or if you want to generate a link where people can click and know what you're saying on GBP USD, you can just do that, or you can even directly post on your tweet page. Is that clear? So the next one here you're seeing is called publish. The next icon you're seeing here is publish, where you want to publish your ideas and all of those and all of that. Then here, this icon you're seeing here is called the watch list. Here is a place where you have watch list. And for me to, if you want to add this GBP USD to your watch list, you click on the plus icon here. All right, the Tradingview is going to open the GBP USD chart. Then you click on this plus icon here, it automatically adds it to your watch list. So I can easily come and watch by clicking on this GBP USD from here. I'll be able to know what I've analyzed. Okay, so that is just that. And if you want to also remove from your watch list, okay, if you want to flag, you can come here and flag by clicking to the red icon. See that it opens and disappears. So if you want to also remove this from your watch list, you can as well do that. Okay, you can as well do that. So you can remove by coming close. You're going to see a delete icon by the side of the pair, and then you click, it disappears. All right, so that is just that. Then this other place is alert. This one here is the object tree. This one here is the chart. Yeah, when you go to chart, this is where you can chat with other other traders by looking for, you have to search for them. All right, and then add them up and chat with them if you want. Then this is screeners. All right, yeah, this is screeners where you get to see everything that is happening in the real markets. Everything you want to see that at the same time, you can also click here to remove it. All right, so the next one here is your community. This other one is your chat assistant. And then when we go to this point, this folder here, this cross, you can see that I have a cross symbol as I am navigating from one section to another. If I want to change it to a dot, you can see that it has changed to a dot. If I want to, this arrow is for drawing. If I want to change my icon to an arrow, you know, it can change for those of you who want it that way, you know. And even the eraser is to use it to clean anything you've written on the chart. Example, let's just say you've done something like this. You can actually pick the eraser to erase it. All right, and it goes off. Okay, then the next one here is all your line tools. Okay, we have the trend line tools, the ray, and all of these are just line tools. You can see that the ones I have checked, or the ones with star icons, are my favorites. They are my favorite line tools, which is the one you're seeing here. All right, so these are just line tools. Okay, this is a trend line. If you want to draw a trend line, you know, just play with it. Okay, that's the only way you will know how to use it. This is the ray. If I want to use the ray, if I want to activate the ray, I can just come here, click the ray, you know. So just play with it. You understand? Yeah, it all depends on what you want. You can just use that. Then the next icon here is your Fibonacci retracement. This is where all your Fibonacci tools are. We have the Fibonacci retracement, we have the trend-based Fibonacci, we have the Fib channels. All of these are Fibonacci tools. You can go and Google what is a Fibonacci. That's not the topic for today. All right, so Fibonacci helps traders to know retracement points, but that's not the topic for today. You understand? Those are Fibonacci tools. Then the next icon you're seeing here is your pattern, your XABC pattern. For those of you that understands wave pattern, harmonic pattern, you know, Elliott wave patterns, this is where you get all the patterns, both the head and shoulder pattern. You must have heard of head and shoulders. You can go and Google it, or you can watch a YouTube video on head and shoulder patterns. It's also a strategy in the trading environment. So all these patterns represent strategies, all right, proven strategies that you can adopt in your trading. But this is not the topic for today. All right, just to tell you, in case if you're looking for any of these patterns, you can just come here and pick them and make use of them. All right, so the next one here is this is your long positions or your short positions. So this place have where you can, if you want to understand risks to reward, this is where you use the long position means for buyers, and that word for buyers is long, and that word for sellers is short. So you can use this to know your risk to reward mechanism, but this is not the topic for today. You can still Google or watch a YouTube video on how to use the long and short positions. All right, so if I want to know the value of this, let's just assume that I have analyzed this market and I know that this market is going to come down. I can actually use the short position to know that, okay, these whole red areas, these highlighted areas red represent my risk, these green represent my profit. So you use it to know what we call risk to reward, and all of those. So the next one here is the next icon here is your brush. Here you have your brush tool, you have your highlighter, you have your arrow maker. All of these things are just tools in the trading view. All right, they are all tools, and then each of these tools have their own settings. When you check up, you're going to see the setting symbol or folder will appear where you can choose the format you want it to print. All right, you can set to choose anything you want. If you want to add a text to it, you can add a text. You can change the colors of your text if you want. You can add a text to it and all of that. If you want to change the colors, you can change the colors. So each of these have their own. This is a circle. If you want to circle, if you want to draw a circle, so all you just play with it. Like I said, it all depends on what you want to do or how you want to analyze anything in the market. This is rectangle. You can just use it to draw and highlight a zone. So all of these things is just what it is in TradingView. Then this other one is your text tool. The different format of writing text, like this call out, is format of writing texts. And you understand? Yeah, and you can still go to the settings and change the color if you want. And all of that. You can just do all of that. You can still change the color of your text to black. You can change the font, make it bigger. So just play with it. It's different text formats on TradingView. Then the next one here is your emoji, right? Just your emoji. You can just use it. You can maximize it, you can minimize it. All right. So this other one is your measure tool. When you come down to this icon, you're going to say delete icon. When you click on this delete icon, I can remove 7 drawings and everything I have drawn on my TradingView will disappear. All right. So this tool here is called your measure tool. This is what you use to measure the movement of price, to be able to know how many pips price has moved from a resistance to a support. Now from here you could see that market made a movement of 70 pips, 7 pipet. All right, and all of these candles that made the move are 24 bars, and this whole move happened in 2 days, 12 hours, and the volume traded was about 64.4k. all right, and the percentage that was dropped was minus 0.53. all right, percent was what dropped on GBP USD. So it means that the dollar gained weight, or the dollar gained strength. Sorry, I said weight. I'm really sorry about that. The dollar actually gained strength. That was why the dollar sold GBP USD. In Forex market, like we say, we trade in pairs. So when you have GBP, USD, all right, what this means is that when the market is trending up, it means that GBP has strength over the dollar. It means that the dollar is weak and GBP is strong. And when the market is trending down, it means that the dollar is strong and the GBP is weak. At that moment, it was happening. So from this whole chart, we could see that from Monday to Friday, it actually means that dollar gained strength. That was why you saw this. You saw price trending down. Do you understand it now? So that is just clear. So when we say we are selling, it means that we are leveraging on the strength of dollars against GBP. We are trading the strength of the dollar against the weak GBP. And when you say you are buying, it means that you are trading the strength of GBP against the dollar. That is why they are paired together. So that is just that about Forex trading, So that is just that. Then the next icon here is your zoom. All right, if I want to zoom in, I can just pick it and highlight the place I want to really watch. It maximizes. And if I pick it again, that is how I can keep highlighting until I see everything. And the zoom out is just to bring it back, And this icon here is to delete everything on the chart. and this other one is to reset. Do you understand? Then we have this other one here called the magnet. All right, we have this other one here that says keep drawing. Keep drawing simply means when I pick an icon or a tool like the trend line, once I activate the keep drawing mode, all right, it means that at each click my trend line appears automatically without me going back to pick it. And this is also available to all of these icons on Tradingview, as long as the keep drawing mode is activated on any of them. So even if I pick this one, same thing happens. Just by one click it appears on my chart. So when I deactivate it, it stops happening. See that it doesn't appear again. I can go ahead to delete everything. So that is just all about Tradingview. I believe that this video had made so much sense. So you can search for anything. Even if you want to go to BTC, you can just type BTC on your laptop, BTC USD, and then you can see different broadcasts that is offering BTC. Let me just go to Binance. I click. So this is what I'm seeing on BTC Binance chart. Do you understand it now? So you can now start to carry out your analysis if you want and all of that by using these different tools. So I believe that this has made so much sense to you about the use of Tradingview. My name still remains Anya Somodabuchi. Please go back and watch this video over and over again. It's going to help you to understand everything you need to know about Tradingview. So this icon here is a delete icon. Like I said earlier on, it helps you to delete anything you must have written on Tradingview that you don't like. You can just come here and remove 5 drawings, and it goes off. But if you want to delete them separately, you can now quickly come here to the first folder or symbol or icon, and then pick the eraser and remove them independently. Is that clear? So that is just all about Tradingview. I believe that this video is really going to help you to be able to use Tradingview. So when you log into your Tradingview, play with it so that way you understand every of these functions. But I believe I've done justice to this. All right, so I'll see you on the next video, because the idea here is to prepare you. I am not that Forex pointer that rush student. Okay, in as much as I love to be paid for my value, I want you to also get value for what you paid for, so that you can recommend us to other people. Do you understand? So take your time, watch this video over and over again. All right, and I believe you will understand better. Have a wonderful month, week, and day, and make the best use of them. Take care. See you on the next video.